President Trump has now signaled that once America's confrontation with Iran winds down, the focus could shift to Cuba, even suggesting the United States may, in his words, stop by.
We're going to see with Cuba. Cuba's another story. Cuba's been a terribly run country for a long time. It's got a bad system. It's been very oppressive, as you know. And we have a lot of great Cuban Americans, all of whom just about voted for me. And they were treated very badly. In many cases, family members have been killed. They've been beaten up and mugged, and terrible things happened in Cuba. And Cuba's a failing nation, and we're going to do this, and we may stop by Cuba after we're finished with this. But Cuba is a nation that was just been horribly run for many years by Castro.
Those statements definitely raise the temperatures. Cuba is pushing for engagement. In an interview with NBC News, President Miguel Diaz-Canel said Havana has asked Washington for a dialogue without preconditions, rejecting any demand to alter its political system. He asserted that his leadership reflects the will of the Cuban people. Diaz-Canel warned that any invasion would carry consequences for Cuba, the United States, and the wider region, stressing that the country would defend itself if necessary. On the ground, Cuba has reinforced that stance with action. Defense Day drills at Isla de la Juventud featured artillery fire and tank deployments. The exercises form part of Havana's designation of 2026 as a year of defense preparation, with regular nationwide drills aimed at readying institutions and civilians for military contingencies and natural disasters. The backdrop to all this is a steady escalation in rhetoric. President Trump recently said he would have the honor of taking Cuba in some form, adding that he believes he has broad authority in dealing with a neighboring nation. With Washington projecting assertiveness and Havana insisting on dialogue without conditions, the standoff continues to deepen.